going on, guys? Welcome back to another video yet again. Today we've got something a little bit different, something out of the ordinary, something we usually don't get in. It's not a BMW, it's not anything that you guys are used to, something a little more old school. So let's go ahead in the shop and take a little peek. Alright guys, so today we have this beautiful 1958 Thunderbird along with a bird that got stuck in the shop for the last 2-3 hours. He's been trying to get out. He's been doing everything to try to get him out of the shop, but he wants to stay with the Thunderbird. So all jokes aside, guys, we got this beautiful Thunderbird in. It was a barn find. It is a little bit rough. You guys can see there's a lot of blemishes on here, even on the front hood. We laid this last night. You guys can see like there's a lot of, it looks like dust, but I assure you guys this was properly cleaned, clay barred, and this is just kind of the, I don't know if it was like a spray can paint on it. This side's pretty rough too. You're gonna see a lot of these dings. Going around the car, you guys can see it is quite a challenge, right? First thing you'll notice is the whole body of the car is all one panel. It runs all the way from the front to the back of the car. It's got these nice wings, so there's going to be a lot of inlays. Trying to do what we can to remove some stuff. As you can see, there's a lot of stuff like these side markers, the vents on the side of the door. Just certain things that we're not going to be able to remove, and especially this car being a 58, you don't want to mess around with too many bolts, just because if we do break something, it's not going to be as easy as calling the dealership and getting a new part to put on it. We did remove this emblem. It was drilled in, so it also is the lock mechanism on this vehicle. So that's why we have these two pieces of vinyl just kind of holding the trunk down, just in case you guys are wondering. We feel this is the second easiest panel. We're going to start with this one, probably move to the roof, and then tackle the side. We have about a week on this car. The client dropped it off the other day. We've been absolutely busy. As you guys can see, we have this BRZ on the go. Another matte black wrap, KPMF. We're just currently doing the calipers on this one. We got a Corvette and a Hummer that are parked outside that we'll probably end up doing a video on at least one of those cars, but this one is a little more unique, so we wanted to make something kind of cool for you guys for the channel, something different. Alright guys, so we're back. We've had the vehicle for officially a week today. The car is finished, so let's go outside and have a look at it. Alright guys, here we go. The car is fully finished and completed. As you can see, we put a nice wax on it. It looks incredible. I wish there was a little more sun out today. It's pretty gloomy out, so unfortunately we're not getting that crazy flake that's in the wrap. But you guys can see it's still there. It just needs to be waking up with the sun. I don't think we're gonna get any sunlight today, unfortunately. We're just out here getting some photos. So by far the most complicated car we've done yet. I know I always say the BMW M4 bumpers, M3 F80 bumpers are pretty difficult just with all the sharp curves. But with these, you guys can just see how many different pieces we had to do along here, right? So all of these body lines are pretty much a seam for the most part. It's a little tip if anyone of you guys watching these videos are wrapping one of these cars, everything, right? You can even see the way this is all one piece all the way around, right? The car does not make it easy to wrap, so it's really just kind of like a big puzzle piece at that point. Overall, I'm pretty happy on how things turned out. It definitely was a challenge, especially even in these points, getting the vinyl in and behind. I had to seam it in a couple different places. Just a couple things that just added to the difficulty of this vinyl. Being such an old vehicle, working around things, removing stuff. So going to the roof, right, we had to seam it because the piece was not big enough to go all the way. So we've got a slight seam, which it honestly doesn't go too bad. It's almost like a body line. These don't remove off the car. So you guys can see we actually just trimmed around them, right? So just little things like that. These door pieces, those do not remove. They're pretty much riveted onto the car. It's a 1958, so you don't want to be messing around with stuff like that because you'll never get them back on properly. To sum it all up, yes, this was a really fun project. It was something different on the page. I'm always up to a challenge to see how different cars are to wrap, right? When this got dropped off, I didn't even know where to start. So we just kind of started piecing things together. And I started with the quarter panels and kind of make my way. No regrets on this car. It was super fun to wrap. I love seeing the finished piece. It's really special. All angles, it really pops. That being said, guys, I'm gonna go ahead, cut the video here. Appreciate everyone who's watching. Make sure to subscribe, number one. We're really trying to build this channel, right? It means a lot to us. And stay tuned for some more videos, right? We got lots of more projects coming up, and we appreciate the support, guys.